Hi everyone, my Mom on a Budget here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do a new series called Budgeting 101. We'll start it with how to start budgeting for beginners. I will be sharing with you the 5 steps that helped me start budgeting and how it helped me to save and achieve my first financial goal. I started my budgeting journey in January 2021 and because of it, I was able to save for our calamity fund and manage our finances well. We will talk about the what, why, and hows of budgeting. But first, just a disclaimer guys, I am not a financial expert. What I am going to share with you guys is based on my personal budgeting journey. So let's get started. What is budgeting? Budgeting is creating a plan for your money. It is a guide to where you want your money to go, either to expenses, investment, or savings. You create a plan, which is a budget, where you are mapping out and distributing your money to where you want it to be to help you achieve your financial goals. Now, why is budgeting important? For me, budgeting is important because it makes you aware of where your money goes, instead of just wondering where it went. It brings that awareness of your spending habits, where you are overspending. Like in our case, our problem area is eating out. We usually go to the mall and eat out 2 or 3 times a week before. If you ask me before, guys, how much you spent in eating out, I honestly cannot answer you. Budgeting also helps you to reach your financial goals by planning out how you can save and how much you can save. It also brings that sense of peace of mind and feeling of financial security. Now that we have an idea of what is budgeting and why it is important, it's time to share with you guys the 5 steps that helped me start my budgeting journey. Change your mindset. So let's be honest guys, whatever everyone shares about budgeting, saving, debt-free, or financial journey in general, nothing will happen if you don't change your mindset. Personally, I used to think that budgeting is for those people with high income only. But if you don't know how to handle or budget your 5,000 pesos, what more if you're earning 50,000 or 100,000, right? I also have this feeling of deprivation whenever I can't buy what I want, be it food, clothes, shoes, etc. So I always end up spending my savings, and at the end of the year, I always wonder where my money went or why I can't save. So instead of feeling deprived, I now practice delayed gratification. Set your financial goals. Define your goals. What are you saving for? Are you saving for an emergency fund, vacation, house, or anything? Set an amount and time, but make sure it is realistic and attainable. Don't set yourself up for failure. Divide your goals into short term, medium term, and long term, because it will be quite overwhelming if you try to focus on all your goals at once. I tried it before and I quit before I even started. Focus on your short-term goals first and then move on to the next goal after. Track your income and expenses. It is important to track your income and expenses because it will make you aware of where your money is going and you will become more mindful of your spending. It is also important to know where your money is coming from. Your income should include any money coming in like salary, commission, rent income, side hustle income, investment income, interest income, etc. Your expenses should include everything that you spent your money on like bills, groceries, eating out, online shopping, gifts, etc. It is also important to categorize your expenses into fixed and variable expenses, or needs and wants. For fixed expenses, these are expenses that comes every month, whether you like it or not, like rent, electricity, internet, water. Variable expenses are those expenses that you can control, like groceries, eating out, fun, or personal. Compare your income and expenses. This is just simply your total income less your expenses for the month. Is your income just enough to cover your expenses, or your expenses is more than your income? Is there enough to save or to go towards saving? By comparing your total income to your expenses, You will have a clear idea of where your priorities lies. If your expenses is more than your income, you can either cut back on some expenses or add more income. If your income is more than your expenses, you can put it towards savings or debt payment. There are so many budgeting methods to choose from. There's 50-30-20, half-half method, zero-based budget, cash envelope system, and a lot more. Personally, I use the zero-based budget method and the cash envelope system. There are three main categories in our budget. You have your income, expenses, and savings. Okay, so for our income, we have salary and commission. These are the two main income that we have. For expenses, you should divide your expenses into fixed and variable. For fixed expenses, we have electricity, water, cable and internet, and phone plans. For variable, we have groceries, food, gas, miscellaneous. If you don't have an idea of what expense categories to include in your budget and how much to allocate in each category, look at what you've written down when you track your income and expenses. It will guide you and will give you a clear idea of what categories to include and how much to allocate per category. Now for savings, this will include calamity or emergency fund, and also your sinking funds. Make sure guys that the amounts you allocate are realistic. So this is what our monthly budget looks like. Okay, now that we have our budget set for the month, it does not end with that. It is also equally important to review your budget at the end of each month, your actual spending versus your planned budget. Why is it important? So you will know where you overspent and where you can improve on. Your budget should be flexible and you'll make mistakes along the way, but always give yourself grace. Okay, so that's it guys. I hope you learned something from this video. And I also hope that these steps will help guide you to start your own budgeting journey. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do consider subscribing to help our family grow and join me in my journey to financial freedom. Thank you guys for watching and spending your time with me. Keep safe everyone. God bless everyone and I'll see you next time. Bye.